Hello, good evening or good afternoon to you all. Welcome to full match commentary of England versus Wales. I can't wait to bring it to you live. We've got a last minute change of plan. No work commitments for me today from a day job point of view. So England and Wales will be commentated live on my YouTube channel. Full audio commentary of this game. And what can you say? England-Wales is always a very, very passionate fixture. The two teams just about to merge from the tunnel in Lens. And I've got to say, I've had a look at the England lineup and I'm very, very disappointed with the selection from Roy Hodgson. I did honestly thought he'd change it. I thought he'd go 4-4-2, but it's Harry Kane up top on his own, it looks like to me. So he's going 4-3-3, which is a shame, really, absolute shame. So let's hope and pray that England can do something. They need to win badly, considering Wales have got 3 points on the board. Wayne Rooney, the England captain, there's been a lot of trouble in the. There's also been a lot of trouble in the with the England fans, of course, with the Russian fans and all that. Russia have lost their drawn and lost their games at the moment, so it's going to be a tough old one to call. We're just waiting. England being kept waiting by the Welsh contingent. So England then against Wales. This is must win for England. For Wales, a point would do for them. A point would do for them, for the Welsh. Chris Coleman's side really started well with those 3 tremendous points against Slovakia. Now, can they follow it up? If they get a point, I think it'll be good enough to get them through to the last 16. But for England, a draw really isn't an option. They have to win the game. That's for sure, considering that Slovakia got 3 points against Russia yesterday. Philip Breck is the referee. And England and Wales now about to emerge from this tunnel in a moment or two in Lens, knowing that this is do or die. It's win or bust for England. For Wales, it's no lose really. They can go out there, express themselves. They're not the ones under the most pressure, that's for sure. One man England have to watch like hawks. He certainly doesn't make the team. He's not a one-man team, by the way, Wales, by any means. But Gareth Bale, the world's most expensive footballer, or one of the world's most expensive footballers of Real Madrid, he's starting today. Of course, you've got to throw people like Aaron Ramsey and Ashley Williams into the mix. Both very, very good Premier League players. Wayne Hennessy, the goalkeeper, who's had a marvellous season with Crystal Palace. So there's a plan, and he had a marvellous qualifying campaign as well. Did very well in goals during the qualifiers for Wales to get there. So the teams will step out into the cauldron here for this game in Lens. It's almost going to be played like a Premier League game. No Eastern European names to mispronounce today. They're all familiar names to everybody, not just in England but the world over. Plenty of Welsh support there, making their sizable presence felt. Plenty of dragon flags, as well as the English Union Jacks and St George's crosses. And it might just be a carnival atmosphere. Before the action and the 2 lineups to be confirmed, we're going to have the national anthems. And sung with great gusto, I'm sure. They're up for this, Wales, there's no doubt about it. You can be sure of that. Now the English national anthem. Sung with great passion, this game of course being brought to you in association with Ultraframe, our home, or your home, our passion, up to 50% off most of our products until the end of the year. Enough about the sponsors, now let's concentrate on the game. As the two teams do the customary handshake, let's take a check on the two teams, starting of course with Roy Hodgson's England, with Joe Harding goal for them. It's 4-3-3 unfortunately. We were hoping it would be 4-4-2, but it's not. He's decided to play with the same 11. There is one player carrying a yellow card however from the first game, and that is the centre back number 5 KL. So it's Sterling, Lallana and Kane up front, Rooney on the left hand side of a 3-man midfield, Eric Dyer in the middle and Dele Alli on the right of that. And Joe Hart of course is in the goal. Wales make a couple of changes as we have a look at the referee today. Felix Brick of Germany, and his assistant referees are Mark Borch, Bastian Dankert, Stefan Nullep and Marco Fritz. Wayne Rooney and Ashley Williams with the referee as we check at the Welsh side. And plenty of big names. Hal Robson-Kanu, his reward for getting the winning goal against Slovakia is to be landed the forward spot. It's going to be 5-3-2 with Bale and Robson-Kanu up front. There's a 3-man midfield of Joe Allen, Joe Ledley and Aaron Ramsey. Taylor and Gunter will bomb forward down left and right flanks. It is a back three basically of Davis, of Ben Davis, James Chester and Ashley Williams. And the substitutes, we'll try and go through them as quickly as possible. James Milner, Jamie Vardy, who should be starting for me, Nathaniel Klein, Fraser Forster the goalkeeper, one of the two other goalkeepers, Jordan Henderson, who again should really be starting, Daniel Sturridge, John Stones the centre back, Jack Wilshere, Ross Barkley, Ryan Bertrand, Marcus Rashford of Manchester United, and Tom Eaton of course of Burnley, the manager Roy Hodgson, who could be on borrowed time if they lose here. For Wales, Andy King, Von Williams the goalkeeper, George Williams, David Edwards, Jazz Richards, David Cottrell, Sam Vokes of Burnley, another Burnley lad on the bench, James Collins, Jonathan Williams, Danny Ward the goalkeeper who played in the first game, David Vaughan and Simon Church. So, and the coach of course is Chris Coleman. And it's going to be Wales in their change strip. They're not playing in red incidentally, because there's a kick clash because England have got red stockings. It's an all dark streak for the Welsh. England in white shirts, white shorts, but strangely enough red stockings as Rooney tries to go in, or Kane tries to go inside the first couple of minutes. Opportunity here now for England to go forward, but the Welsh of course buoyed by that victory in the first match, and they know that another point or two here and they will surely, without any doubt at all, you would think barring a miracle, will be home and hosed. As usual, I'd like to hear from you guys during the comments, and I will read the comments section out when we get breaks in play. This is a big game, and tonight, whatever happens, there will be a live debate programme later on my YouTube channel. Again, another chance for you regulars to interact, and that'll be on for half an hour. That'll be something around 10 o'clock or something like that, when all the games have been played, and I can bring you up to date with what, in my verdict, of the England performance and the Welsh performance, of course. because I'm sure there'll be a few Welsh guys out there and cheering on. If there's any Welsh people, any Welshmen around flying the flag for the Dragon, we want to hear from you too. It's not just about England, it's about Wales as well. So just make that point perfectly clear. So a lovely sunny day actually in Lens. To be perfectly honest, it's 19 degrees, humidity about 50%, 9 kilometres an hour the wind speed, and the pitch is bone dry, which probably doesn't bode too well. But 35,000 the Stade Ballard de l'Est holds in Lens, and in 101 previous meetings between the two sides, England have won 66 of them, and Wales have won 14. With 21 games being drawn, Wales in fact last beat England back in 1984, the year of the last home international championship for those of a certain age, as Wayne Hennessy kicks the ball from his hands, and it comes now to the England captain Wayne Rooney on the halfway line, and he looks to play a pass out towards Kyle Walker on the far side, and he can't succeed in doing so, and a goal kick for Wales. So, in fact, it was a corner. Sorry, I called that wrong. It was a corner. Cable Taylor. I called that wrong. Sorry, guys, but it is an England corner now. It's an England corner, believe me. So it is going to be Rooney to take. Sometimes the commentators get it wrong as well, you know. Can England get off to the perfect start? Rooney taking the corners. We need Harry Kane in there. And that was towards Kane. He was on the 6-yard box. One of my gripes I had over the first game. Oh, bit of needle going on there between Ramsey and Raheem Sterling there, or Dele Alli. We know what Dele Alli's like. Both. Well, one place for Arsenal, one place for Tottenham. It was there to be won. Ali just barged Ramsey over, and the Arsenal man took a little exception to that and kept the Spurs man as good as he got. And, well, you need a little bit of needle in these sort of games. Aaron Ramsey there with a rueful smile on his face. It's a free kick to Wales, incidentally. And this game will be played at a good tempo, Premier League tempo. And here's Ramsey now trying to win the ball. Number 10, with the blonde haircut. And he was tripped, I think, by Walker. And a free kick. Ramsey complaining, he lifted his foot up. Let's have a look at that again. Walker's just got a little bit of him there. That's a clumsy challenge by Kyle Walker. It's got to be said. Whether he's out, I'm not sure whether he... I mean, his feet were out off the field, but that doesn't make a blind bit of difference as far as I'm concerned. There was a lot of wrestling going on, and the referee's more than entitled to pull that up. So a real opportunity here for Wales. Ledley forward, James Chester is forward. Had a good season with Hull, winning promotion in the playoffs. Gareth Bale at the far post. Ramsey, you fancy, will swing it in with his right foot. Plenty forward in the dark shirts for the Welsh Dragons. Bale for a moment was standing in an offside position, and that ball came in towards the near post. It comes out again. And a chance here for Taylor to get it in from the near side. The ball ricocheted a couple of times, but in the end it fell for Joe Hart, who has to barge away Ashley Williams, and he gets it forward now up towards Raheem Sterling here. And he wins a throw off Gunter. Well, England have got to be more ruthless. I'm not in agreement with the same 11. I think he should have gone to 4-4-2. We'll just have to trust Roy Hodgson on this one. Jamie Vardy, a little bit disappointed, I'm sure, not to be starting the game. The whole of the nation wanted him to start, in all fairness, and in looking at all the blogs and everything else, and all the England fans saying, and I've got to be in agreement with the fans. Give the fans what they want, Roy, 4-4-2. But if he gets the victory and he wins with style, then maybe we might change the attitudes. But we're still to be convinced by 4-3-3 in a major tournament. And Roy Hodgson's record in 7 competitive tournament games is only won 2 of 7, and they were in the 2012 European Championships. Didn't win any of the 3 games in the last World Cup. Lost 2-1 to Italy. Lost 2-1 to Luis Suarez inspired Uruguay, and then managed a feeble 0-0 draw, if you remember, against Costa Rica, even though there was nothing riding on it. Here's Kane now. Tries to get the ball in behind now. This could be a chance here for England. A chance here. Sterling inside the 6-yard box. Lallana put him in down the right. And Raheem Sterling has wasted the first big opportunity of the match. But it was Harry Kane who started it all off. That's a lovely ball. Lallana was onside. Lovely ball back. And that should have been 1-0 England. Oh, what an opportunity for Raheem Sterling. If he'd have been playing for Liverpool, I think he'd have stuck that one away. What an opportunity. Adele Williams goes, good afternoon to you. Crazy. Are you the real Adele? Well, it's good to have you on. I hope you enjoy the commentary, and I hope everyone gets involved, and we have a good humoured debate about it. But it's 0-0, and I would say, for all the jousting and everything else that's gone before it, I've got to be honest. I've got to be honest with you guys. I think both teams are equal. Wales are a very, very good side, and I think England would be wrong to underestimate Chris Coleman. He pulled off a real tactical masterstroke, I thought, on Saturday when they were packed back to 1-1, and he brought on Ledley and Hal Robson-Kanu. Those were inspired substitutions, and I think tactically in the first game, I think he was better than Roy Hodgson. Now a chance down the right for Ramsey. Here's an opportunity now for the Welsh Dragons. Can they get an opportunity there? Still alive there for Robson-Kanu. Ledley is in there too. Taylor's crossing from the left-hand side. Still not away yet by this shaky-looking English defence. And Kyle Walker completely missed his kick and got away with it scot-free. Well, let's be honest there. England defending there left a lot to be desired. Let's be honest. Here's Harry Kane now for England. And that's... well, Raheem Sterling, that's a crazy, crazy miss. But 4 marks to Harry Kane here. Puts the ball through. It's a lovely ball. And it's 3-on-2 still in Wales' favour. But Lallana's ball was a lovely ball. And Raheem Sterling should have scored. No ifs, no buts about it. England 0, Wales 0. We played 8 minutes. And England have wasted the first big chance of the contest, and that was Raheem Sterling. Walker now trying to find Lallana down the right hand side, but it's cut out superbly. This Welsh defence will Harry and Robson-Kanu have got the winner against Slovenia. Here he is now, just to the left of the penalty area. It's a good intelligent ball. Here's Bale inside the area, shoots, and it's well charged down. Well charged down there by Gary Cahill. It will be a corner for Wales, and now it's their turn to really turn the screw. It's a good open game to this, good open start to the game. Really enjoyable match if you're a neutral, but not if you're an English or a Welsh fan. As a patriotic Englishman, I want England to do well, but I've got to be honest in my reflections of the game as a commentator as well. Here's Ramsey with the ball in towards the 6-yard box, and Hart came for a forest of bodies. There was no free kick given, and Taylor lost out to Lallana, but the referee, Friedrich Brick, deciding to give England the throw and let the game flow, which I think is the right thing to do. I think the German referee doing that. I think Taylor got some of the ball, to be fair. It was a good tackle. There was no complaints from Adam Lallana. Joe Hart, well, he should have held on to that, quite honestly. He was under no great pressure, and it was Eric Dyer who was tangling with, not any of the Welsh players. Well, it's even Stevens this opening 10 minutes. And I've got to be honest, it's been even Stevens, and it's been an enjoyable 10 minutes. Here's the ball over the top, and it's out over on the far. No, it's not. It's been kept in fact, by Joe Allen, but it is now a throw for England. Just 5 yards inside the, about a yard, well, right on halfway in fact. before right on halfway, so it's taken quickly. And here's the captain, Wayne Rooney. Plays it out towards the right-hand side. That's Walker. Touches it down with his right foot now. Looks to adventure down the right-hand side. Ramsey sticking close to him. Arsenal against Tottenham. And in fact, Arsenal win that particular battle. It's a throw to Wales. Kyle Walker feels a little bit disgusted with the decision, but the linesman was right on the spot. And it's Taylor to take the throw for Wales. In the dark shirts, of course, with the fluorescent stripes. Taylor winning another header. And then comes Ramsey. And then there's an almighty battle there. Chester winning the next ball. It'll come here for Danny Rose, the left back for Tottenham. Now he finds Wayne Rooney of Manchester United, also captain of Manchester United. Ball in field to Harry Kane, about 20-30 yards from goal. Kane turns it back to Rooney. Rooney looks to get it onto that right foot. He does so, shoots high wide, and unfortunately not very handsome from Wayne Rooney's point of view. And a goal kick it is to Wales. Well, England creating a little bit more, but not much more. And I do honestly think England, I mean, on paper England do have the better team, but tactically I do think Wales are as good as they got. I think tactically Chris Coleman is a better manager than Roy Hodgson. If you take into context, if you compare both games and how they were and dissected them both tactically, I think Chris Coleman got it spot on tactically in the first, and then Wales' first match, than Roy Hodgson did in England's first match. 13 minutes gone in Lens, 0-0. But again, good football from everybody. And here's a chance now for Dele Alli, the Tottenham man. He's got Walker out on the right-hand side. He's hugging that right-hand touchline almost. That's to play the ball back to Gary Cahill. Started his career at Aston Villa by a loan spell at Burnley. Steve Cottrell introduced him to the rigours of professional football for a season on loan during the 2004-05 season. Fondly remembered by a lot of Burnley fans, by the way, including my good self. And there's plenty of Burnley connections in amongst the two sides as well, with Tom Heaton, one of the backup goalkeepers, and Sam Vokes, who could well be needed later on. He scored 15 goals for Burnley for the Clarets as we went back up to the Premier League, and by coincidence we play Swansea on the opening day, so we'll be welcoming Swansea to Turf Moor in just over a couple of months' time now, and I'm very much looking forward to that. And it's good to be back in the Premier League. Meanwhile, foul there on Joel Ledley, a silly challenge there by Raheem Sterling from behind, and it's a yellow card. Now, Gary Cahill going into this game, the only player to carry a yellow card into the next game. If he gets another one, he's suspended for the Slovakia game. And of course, Wales on the same night take on Russia. And Robson Kanu trying to win it well. That looked like a foul there by Dyer, but nothing given. Here come England though with Danny Rose, and he handles over down the left hand side. He handles over the halfway line, has to check back. It's been a good free flowing start to the game, and let's hope the actual game lives up to the billing as well. We want to see a good game of football as well. Whoever wins, let's hope for a good game of football, and it played in the right sort of spirit as well. We don't want to see any nastiness. We want to see a few bitey challenges. You get that in a local derby, don't you? But let's hope for a few of these meaty challenges. Meanwhile, England try to rescue the situation, but it's a throw to England, although Dele Alli, I think, wanted a bit more than that. He wanted a push there by Davies. I think Davies was just trying to stand his ground. He laid his hands on him, but there was nothing malicious in that at all. I don't think the referee would have given the penalty anyway. Meanwhile, Cahill plays it into the penalty area, looking for Sterling, and that'll be cleared, but not very far though. Rooney just miscontrolled it. It'll come for Sterling. Now a chance now for Dyer to get it forward to Rooney. Rooney now looking for space. He gets it with Adam Lallana here. just chicks out to the right hand side, and then he plays it infield to Wayne Rooney. Rooney now will have to spread it out towards the far side. Danny Rose trying to chest it down, and you don't want to be giving Joe Ledley anything like Joe Allen, and he's a super little player as well. Look at Ramsey now trying to burst down the left hand side, and well played Eric Dyer, got back there, did fantastically well, the Tottenham man, and he came off best in the leg race, and in the end Ramsey had no other choice but to foul Eric Dyer, and it is a free kick to England. Was there a push? I think it's I don't think you're going to get them given, if I'm being honest, not in the UEFA tournaments anyway. But Felix Brick of Germany right on the spot. God Save the Queen now reverberates around the ground. I'll take that, Mustafa Dama. If you're going to say so many bad things about me, don't bother. But I'm not comical, I'm deadly serious. Here come England now with Walker now infield. And that's a very good challenge there. And it's been, Ramsey's lost it, and a chance for Sterling inside the penalty area. And it's off for a corner, off Ashley Williams of Swansea. Here comes the corner, taken by Rooney in towards the 6-yard box, and it's knocked away. And here's a chance now for Danny Rose, who's just switched flanks there for a moment or two. Here's Wayne Rooney now for England, finding Raheem Sterling. Sterling to Dyer, back to Sterling once again. Now Wayne Rooney. 10 yards inside the Welsh half, but it was a good tackle there by Gareth Bale, who got back, and Wayne Rooney was a little dopey there. Didn't really see the man on, which was Bale, and he was easily dispossessed. And really, Wales tactically, I think, have been pretty sound. Chris Coleman, what you see is what you get. Where Wilkins was saying on radio yesterday, he's a proper manager, he's a proper bloke. And with a proper money, and it's good for Welsh football that he signed a new contract, to be honest with you, because it really gives them. I mean, this will give the Welsh side that really extra bit of hunger in the World Cup qualifiers that are coming up in the next 2 years to really have a go at qualifying for the 2018 World Cup in Russia, and that can only be good for the home nations, and you know, a Northern and that should be a spur. And I think the same should be said really for Northern Ireland and Michael O'Neill as well. They've now had a little taste of what it's like to be at a major tournament. They incidentally play Poland in the 5 o'clock game, and then Germany take on Poland in the 8 o'clock kickoff. But so far here in the 2 o'clock kickoff, we will have a live we will have a review of the game, a little live review and a debate of the game later on tonight. Once everything's settled down, once the dust settles on all 3 games, because we want to try and dissect 1 or 2 of the games and try and blend in Northern Ireland as well if we can. We like to be fair to all the home nations, you see. 20 minutes gone then in Lens. England 0, Wales 0. Bale trying to header the long ball forward, but he can't succeed. It's a goal kick for England. And the sun is up now. It's touching almost 20 degrees, I would fancy, in Lens now. And 0-0 it is then in this game. So 0-0. And I'd like to see some of the regulars come in as well. It's good to know that there's a lot of people tuning in now. And here come England now, coming forward with Wayne Rooney. Rooney trying to turn. He finds Dele Alli. He was tripped there, surely there. Yes, he was, says the German referee. Good decision. Joe Ledley behind. Joe Ledley tackle from behind. Not got any of the ball. Got plenty of the man. We're halfway, almost through the first half then. And a free kick to England in a very promising position. It's about 30 yards out, just to the right of centre, just to the right of the D. Wayne Hennessy, the Crystal Palace goalkeeper, started his career, of course, at Wolves, erecting a 4-man wall, which includes Joe Ledley and Gareth Bale, amongst others. It's going to be Harry Kane, right foot. Harry Kane shoots. It's well wide of the target. In fact, it was very high as well. Was a poor free kick from Harry Kane, and the goal kick it is to the Welsh. And it remains 0-0. You can't really strike them hard and accurate like that. You have to get a bit of dip on it as well, and I think Harry Kane lacked that. I think that would have been tailor made for somebody like a Wayne Rooney, I suppose, just to get it up and over the wall and on target. Meanwhile, as a throw to England. In fact, a foul there given against Gareth Bale, and it was the assistant on the far side that was swinging furiously there. And meanwhile, England have taken the free kick quickly, and Sterling trying to turn, but he can't do that, and Wales get the ball back to Wayne Hennessy. So it's still even Stevens, although England have had better of the chances, but Wales have given as good as they've got, and Ramsey's certainly put himself about in this opening stages, and here he is now on the left hand side. Has to play inside. Oh, that's a foul surely on Joe Ledley. That was a little bit naughty. It was Adam Lallana coming back carelessly giving away the free kick, and you can't do that. Completely takes him from behind, and that's a free kick to Wales in a promising position for them. To the left of the, it's about 50 yards away. Now he can knock a 50-yard ball in there. Aaron Ramsey does so into the penalty area, looking for Bale, but he only succeeded in finding the fluorescent yellow goalkeeping jersey of Joe Hart. All in yellow today, a fluorescent yellow. And here it's Smalling to Cahill. Cahill now about 15 yards inside his own half. Now finds Walker. Walker, who started his career at Sheffield United. England with a better passing accuracy, 84 to 75%, and they've put in 109 passes so far to Wales' 56. But that means nothing in the grand scheme of things. It's what happens when the ball goes in the back of the net. That's what counts, because that wins you the 3 points ultimately. So that is another matter. Meanwhile, here comes Kyle Walker for England. Plays the ball in, a lovely flick round the corner from Lallana. Just didn't quite work out for the Liverpool man, and it's a throw to England, deep inside the Wales penalty area on the right hand side. Walker throws it in towards the penalty area, looking for Harry Kane. It's nodded away now by Ramsey onto Bale. Bale now trying to go through the middle, but he's hounded out of it, still being played in the Welsh half, and here's a chance by Raheem Sterling. Just runs into traffic. It'll break here for Danny Rose, just to the left of the penalty area. Rose plays a 1-2 and then goes down. And England, have they got the free kick? I think they have. 24.5 minutes gone. Let's have a look. It was Joe Ledley in there. Well, it was the merest of flicks. It was the merest of flicks there. I have to say, Rose looked for it a little bit, but England have got the decision. And maybe Rooney should take over the responsibility here, perhaps. What an opportunity it is for England. Can they take advantage? Wayne Hennessy making sure that wall is 10 yards back. Felix Brick of Germany will have the vanishing spray out. Indeed he does. As far as I can make out from the actual angle, it's 2-4 in the wall. Here's Rooney with his right foot. He floats one in. A little header on, and what an opportunity. It was Gary Cahill inside the 6-yard area, and unfortunately he headed it straight into the arms of Wayne Hennessy. I think he might have been just onside as well. It was a lovely move, a lovely 3-kick move by England. Wayne Rooney chipping it in from the left-hand side. That was a better 3-kick than the Kane one before. But Cahill couldn't direct that on target. Here's Ramsey now, inside 10 yards inside the English half of Wales. Just drifted out to the right, now plays it infield to Bale. Bale, 25-30 yards from goal. Ball just ball just been scrambled about a bit, and possession changing hands on 2 or 3 occasions here. And the ball will break for Smalling, who heads it on. Finds Dele Alli. Alli flicks it towards Rhodes, and it's over the halfway line, but then it's back over the halfway line by Ben Davies. And then once again, Ashley Williams, the Swansea player, City player, the Welsh captain, comes forward, and he finds Ramsey. Ramsey now has got it out to Taylor, another Swansea player, of course. And Ledley has it, and now an opportunity now for Wales. That's surely going to be a foul there. No, Felix Brick is told Chris Gunter to get up. So no foul. And here's Raheem Sterling now. Giving away, but it's Harry Kane now. Takes it on to Lallana inside the centre circle. And Walker now making an inspired break. Hugging the right-hand touchline. 27 minutes gone. Walker now towards the byline. Gets the cross inside the area, and it's turned away by Ben Davies. And it will be a an England corner rather. Good inspired run by the Tottenham right back. Really took on Taylor there, and Ben Davies was in the right place just to knock it away, safety first, and he did just that, and Chris Coleman applauding. So Rooney now, the England captain, to take a corner from the near side, the England right hand side as I look. Rooney now plays it into the penalty area, towards the penalty spot area. Ball bounces a couple of times and then it's hooked away by Wales, but there was a bit of pushing going on, I think, by Dele Alli, and it is a free kick to Wales. I think Felix Brick has had a good game so far. He's trying to let the game flow as much as he can. Yeah, a little bit of pushing and shoving. It was Dele Alli who barged into the back of Joe Allen, in fact, and it's a 3, and it was the correct decision. But England have had the better of the opening half an hour, but Wales have given as good as they've got. And you've got to be fair. Although, to be fair, England haven't tested Wayne Hennessy enough, and that, in effect, is a bit of a concern, because they didn't really test the Russian goalkeeper too many times during the first half in that game either. Here's Robson Kanu inside the England penalty area. Holds it up well, but he needs support. He's got it now on the far side. Ball played in. There was nobody in black, in the dark shirts of Wales to get there, and Bell hustles Lallana out. And it will be a Welsh throw, so Wales haven't lost momentum yet. It's still within their hands, and it's going to be Taylor to take the throw now for the Welsh. What a game this could be if we can get the opening goal. Here's the ball towards the penalty area. I would also advise anyone who's commenting, please do not swear. Please do not swear. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it clean, or otherwise we won't be. Otherwise we'll take the chat off. We don't want to do that, do we? We want you to interact, but we want to do it right. So don't swear. Meanwhile, there's a free kick to England, and it was a foul there on Harry Kane by Ben Davies. And an opportunity now for England, and Wayne Rooney about 35, possibly 40 yards maybe from goal, to the right of the D, to right of centre. Has an opportunity here. Will he shoot or will he float it in? Free in the Welsh wall, erected by Hennessy. He's floated it in towards the back post, and Lallana couldn't get there. In fact, it was small when he was in there rather than. It is an England throw though. Good defending the game by the Welsh. Let's give the Welsh defence a lot of credit. They've done what they needed to do in the opening 31 minutes of the game, and they've done fantastically well. Credit to Chris Coleman's backline for that. Here's the captain Rooney, now drifted out to the right hand side, has to play it. He's asked a lot of Danny Rose with that ball. He's hit it with so much venom, but he's kept it in Rose, but he's put England in terrible momentarily. But Smalling was the first on the scene, and safely gets it back to Joe Hart. How are the nerves, folks? Here's the ball over the top towards Ramsey. Wales had possession, but Dyer, I think KO had lost it rather, and a little bit of slack play from both sides at the moment. The tension here in the stadium is one of tension, I would have thought. Here's Ramsey again. 31 minutes have been played. England 0, Wales 0. Here's Rooney now for England, playing it towards Lallana. Well, he had Walker bombing down the right hand side. He's got his field now. Here's Ali. Has to tuck it back to Rooney. 25 yards from goal. Tries to get it under the right foot. Gareth Bale was in there like a hawk there to try and intercept, but it's broken here to Walker on the right hand side. Walker takes on the defenders. Here's a chance. Lallana with a little brush back towards Sterling, who was at the back post. Sterling still has it inside the penalty area. Plenty of Welsh players back though. Can Sterling steer out across? There's a deflection on the header. Harry Kane's in there. Appeal to handball, not given by Felix Brick, and that could be controversial. Looked at handball inside the penalty area, but Felix Brick did not want to know. Harry Kane nodded it on. Oh, that's a penalty. That to me is a penalty. Well, that to me, not only is it a handball, it's also a clear denying of a goal scoring opportunity, and maybe Ben Davies is very lucky, first of all, not to concede the penalty in the first instance, but also be given a red card for denying a clear goal scoring opportunity. Ali is fouled though. That will be a free kick to England, although they should, in my opinion, had a penalty. First big controversy of the game. First big controversy of the game, and that will be a talking point. Ramsey has totally taken out Dele Alli. Meanwhile, we're just watching a replay of that. So Ramsey, the Arsenal man, takes out the Tottenham man. Rooney with a free kick, floated in towards the penalty area where Harry Kane was lurking with it. Wayne Hennessy takes a good catch there and takes his time. And that's been more than 6 or 7 seconds, although the goalkeeper's never, there's a 6-second rule, for God's sake. Get it going. That's why FIFA introduced the 6-second rule for goalkeepers, trying to get it to distribute the ball. The referees don't seem to want to do that. There was an incident at Anfield with Simon Mignolet, who took about 23 seconds before the referee had enough, and in a Europa League game, and they paid the price for it, actually, a concession of a goal from it. So it does happen, but it's very rare it does. 34 minutes gone. Well, 33 and a half minutes gone. England 0, Wales 0 in Lens. Here is Eric Dyer, who's got England's only goal so far in the tournament. That free kick against the Russians. Here's Dele Alli from Rooney's pass, and Ali has just decided to knock it back to Joe Hart. And some of the England players have been good, some of the England players have been quite negative. I don't know how the English and my fellow Englishmen stand on this Roy Hodgson 4-3-3. I don't agree with it personally. I just hope this time he learns his lesson and tactically gets it better than he did in the first game when we went in front. We should have brought another attacker on. Instead we put Jack Wilshere on, who's not fully fit, by the way, and in the end we paid the ultimate price. We can't afford any more slip-ups today. Here's Lallana now, just to the right of the penalty area, slips it in towards Dele Alli, who wins the corner off Ben Davies, who's quite lucky not to giving a penalty away, and B, not to have been sent off a clear denial of a goal scoring opportunity. And Ben Wilson says, can you speed up? You are 10 seconds behind my TV view. Unfortunately, I can't do out about the technical side of things. I will try my best. I will try my best, but I can't promise you. Here's Rooney with the corner. Rooney in towards the penalty area. Flicked on and just wide. It was big Chris Smalling in there, the centre back. He got a header from about 7 or 8 yards out at the back post. It was a lovely corner here by Wayne Rooney. And Smalling headed about 2 foot wide, and it's wide it is for a goal kick. So 0-0. Rennie Norman turns and says, if you're watching it on TVs, why are you watching this? Well, there's a good reason for why. Probably not everyone wants to hear Robbie Savage. No offence intended, but Robbie Savage isn't the best pundit, I don't think, in the world. Certainly on radio, I don't rate him. I think Stan Collingwood's better. And some of the commentators on here are very good. They're not very good at all. A la Jonathan Pearce. Anyway, enough about commentators. Let's concentrate on the last 10 minutes of this game, which is still to have a goal, but it's had everything else. Controversy, talking points, everything else, but still goalless. Here's Ramsey-Dale for Wales over the half. Will tries to get it through to Ledley. It breaks to Walker inside the Wales half, about 15 yards inside, just to the right of the touchline. Plays it in towards the penalty area, and it's into touch. In fact, ball from Walker was looking for Lallana, and it will be a goal kick. And the Welsh fans, they'll be pleased. They've stuck in there, held on in there, and just about possibly deserve to be level, although they can think themselves a little bit fortunate that their defender Ben Davies should have seen red for a blatant denial of a goal scoring opportunity when he clearly handled on the line, but Felix Brick obviously felt that it was an accidental handball. I don't agree with the German referee, I have to say, but England have just got to get on with it and not worry about that disappointment. And Joe Hart, who's not had much to do, bowls it out there to Kyle Walker. Walker over the halfway line, virtually on challenge. There's a 10-yard radius almost between him and the nearest Welsh player. Now there's a chance now for Dele Alli, and he'll lay it back to Walker, who's got plenty of space to dig out a good cross, and he doesn't even reach any England players. He only picks out Ashley Williams, and it was an easy clearance, and he can clear those for breakfast and dinner and tea all day long if he wanted. I think the delivery from Walker needs to be a bit better, but I've been happy with his runs down the flanks. They've looked very, very sharp. 38 minutes of the match gone. England 0, Wales 0. On my YouTube channel in association with Ultraframe. Get up to 50% off all windows and doors online. Also check out our website, ultraframehomeImprovements.co.uk. Here is Adam Lallana now for England. 0-0 in the Euro 2016 Group B. Remember, Russia and Slovakia have played their second match. Russia 1, Slovakia 2 was the final score. Marek Hamšík and Vladimir Weiss were the heroes yesterday afternoon. This time yesterday, in fact. Here's Wayne Rooney now, in about 15 yards inside the Welsh half, and he plays it out to the far side, and Danny Rose, left-hand side, in fact, of England's attacking flank. Here is Raheem Sterling. Now back to Wayne Rooney. Rooney has to knock it back to Smalling, who missed a golden opportunity about 3 or 4 minutes ago with a smart header from a corner. We're now coming up towards the last 5 minutes of the first half, plus any injury time that the fourth official might want to add on at the end. Here's Lallana now, tries to step inside Joel Ledley. Ledley sticking to him like a hawk. Now finds Rooney in a bit of space, and he'll play a ball to Danny Rose. Got acres of space here, plays it in field, and Dele Alli couldn't control it, and it will be a throw to Wales. Came with Danny Rose last. It's been a good competitive game. Gunter got it away, but it got a flick off Danny Rose, and it's a throw. Chris Coleman, a little bit nerve-wracking, I'm sure, but Roy Hodgson's showing no emotion. You know what Coleman will be like from Wales. He'll be up and at him, be passionate on that touchline. He shows a lot of passion, does Chris Coleman. Here's Gareth Bale though, midway inside the England half. He's got Taylor bombing on the left-hand side, and he got a good, dangerous-looking cross. In fact, Taylor did well, defended from the front. But I always fear for England when Gareth Bale gets on the ball, and he's always. I mean, he just needs some more runners, I think, and maybe Wales could shock the world. But somehow at the moment it's still 0-0, and we've had everything else. Now there's challenges flying in there. Wales have got the verdict of the free kick against Wayne Rooney, who isn't, to say the least, happy with the decision, but the decision's been given. I think it was a hack on Hal Robson-Kanu. He's absolutely clattered into the back of him. There's no defence whatsoever for Wayne Rooney. That's irresponsible play by the England captain. So, 0-0. Max Iceman says hello. Hi. He says hi, actually. There's a lot of people wanting England to lose here, which is quite worrying at the moment. But it's a 3-kick though. Back to the game. We will be breaking off at half-time. We'll be taking a 10-minute break, and then we'll have the second half for you on another stream later on, just to let you all know. Gareth Bale up behind this free kick, about 40 yards from goal. Bale with his left foot, and it's gone in off the post. It's a big mistake from Joe Hart, and Wales' danger man has struck first for the Welsh Dragons, and England are in big trouble now. And it's Roy Hodgson's job as England manager hanging by a thread. You have to wonder now, the Welsh fans are absolutely overjoyed. Chris Coleman, no sign of emotion. And what does that mean for Roy Hodgson now as England manager? Wayne Rooney can't believe it. But they can, the Welsh fans. There's the free kick. It was with his left foot, and that should have been saved by Joe Hart. And what is it with England goalkeepers in major international tournaments? Rob Green in 2010, the prime example, when he let one slip through, and Joe Hart, who's usually so dependable in that England goal, has let one go past him here. It was a bad mistake. It should have been savable for a goalkeeper of his undoubted talent. But it's jubilation for Wales, and England again paying for all those missed chances. Chris Smalling, Raheem Sterling's chance, and England now, well, they'll need snookers to get out of this one now, I'm afraid. And Roy Hodgson now will have to change things. The 4-3-3 is not working. They need to get a second striker on, in my opinion. They need to get Vardy or Marcus Rashford on, as far as I'm concerned, because this is just not good enough. Yes, they've had the possession. Yes, they've had the better of the chances. But they haven't scored the ball in the back of the net, and it's Russia all over again. And they've had 6 attempts, for heaven's sake, and Wales have had 3, and they've had 1 each on target. And and the difference is Wales have scored from their 1 on target, and that's it. Simple as that. Simple as that. And England, I mean, we can complain about the handball. Should it have been given against Ben Davies? It will be a major talking point, but forget all that. England now are in big trouble now, and they need to pull their fingers out. These are players that are earning £250,000 to £300,000 a week. They're virtually millionaire, earning about £1.5 million a month. These are millionaires. They should care about this England team. And Wales have shown more passion. Gareth Bale was probably spot on. They have more fight, more desire and more passion. And they've shown that in the first half. And Bale's backed it up with a beautiful free kick goal. And Joe Hart, no, having said all that, will be disappointed as Walker can't keep the ball in down the England right-hand side. But Gareth Bale, it's a great free kick. But Joe Hart, should he have saved it? Should he have saved it? Let's have a look at some of the comments that have happened here. Bailed out is one of them. Come on, Wales. There's a few Welsh fans absolutely delighted. Ben Wilson has commented, shocking mistake by Joe Hart. Few fans wanting England to lose. But you can't deny Wales have took their chance. And England have had several chances. And to be quite honest, Wales have had one. They've took it. Joe Hart should be gutted, should be disappointed. That was savable. That, in my opinion, was savable. Yes, they're human beings. Yes, they're footballers. They are human beings. But I'm sorry, that is a savable shot. And it's Ramsey trying to get inside. England now have just got to keep it at 1. Get to half-time with no further damage. And they might still do here. The ball playing inside the penalty area. There's only 1 additional minute at the end of this, well, action-packed first half. Well, if that's lit the blue touch paper, well, it's certainly won now. And it's certainly lit it now. And what a second half we're going to be in for now. In terms of drama, suspense, and there's a lot of pensive there on Roy Hodgson's face now, because let's think about it now. If England lose this game, his job, make no mistake about it, is well and truly hanging by a thread. And Chris Coleman, well, it's a good job for those Welsh. He's signed a new contract because he's been a breath of fresh air to Welsh football, taking over from Gary Speed, who of course died tragically 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm sure he's enjoying. I'm sure he'll be looking down from the skies, enjoying every moment of it. Gary Speed, God bless him. Great servant, not just to Welsh football, but to football in general. But there is the half-time whistle, folks. And England are in trouble. Big, big trouble. They may well have a case of a penalty not being given when Ben Davies seemed to handle the ball on the line. Possibly should have been a penalty and a red card, but Wales survived it and they got a free kick after 42 minutes. And with that trusty left foot, Gareth Bale has given Wales the lead. And England now, Roy Hodgson, he's got 45 minutes plus this 15 minutes coming up now to really well and truly save his skin and save his job. We're going to take a 10-minute break, folks. When we will return though, stay on the channel. We'll be back for the second half. We'll take 10 minutes and we'll be back with you very shortly with a half-time score here. England 0, Wales 1.